Please welcome co-founder and Chief Technology Officer, Salesforce, Parker Harris.
All right. Thank you for being here today. I'm so excited to be back here in New York City. I was actually here last week meeting with a number of our customers, but I'm really happy to be here with you today. All of you here in the room. We have 5 overflow rooms, so for those of you in the room, you're lucky. On the overflow rooms, you're going to love it. And we also have a ton of people online. We're going to have an amazing keynote today. But it's not just the keynote. There's a lot going on here, so stay tuned. There's also an incredible number of sessions, over 200 sessions on things like integration and our platform, and also about giving back. You know, Salesforce is always about giving back, and today you can also give back. If you come into the campground, there's an opportunity to give back and build little shoe boxes with important items for homeless women. A really important cause, especially right now. And imagine being homeless here in New York City. Weather's cold. So please go and help all of those homeless women and build a shoebox for them. All right, but first, let me thank all of you. You know, Salesforce could not have created what it has created over the last 21 years without all of you, without our MVPs. Do we have some MVPs in the room? Any MVPs? Yep, right over there. Without our partners, without our customers, without our employees, without our shareholders, it takes a village. So thanks to all of you for what we have created together. And we created it based upon a core set of values. Many of you have seen these values before, but it's important that we always reiterate them. Values of trust. That's always been our number one value since we started the company. Nothing is more important than trust. Your success, customer success, is number 2. And success driven by near and dear to my heart, innovation. And then finally, equality. Nothing is more important than the equality of all human beings. Well, we started all those values in 1999 when we started the company by also creating a nonprofit. We created a 501c3, part of Salesforce, and it was based upon a model. It's called the 1-1-1 model. Let me explain that to you. 1% of time, 1% of product, and 1% of profit or 1% of equity, okay? Very simple when we started. We had 3 people in an apartment in San Francisco. We didn't have any time, we didn't have any money, and we didn't have a product yet. But since then, we have done incredible things. Over 4.5 million hours of time have been given back to the world. Over 300 million in grants have been given, and over 45,000 nonprofits leverage our service to run their business. If you're a nonprofit and you're in the room, I'd like to ask you at this moment to stand up, to be recognized. Do we have any nonprofits in the room? Look at that. So thank you for what you do. And if you didn't stand up, thank you. If you didn't stand up, I want you to think, what can you do to help these nonprofits? What can you do to help them? Can you give them time? Can you give them money? Can you give them services or product? How can you help them? You know, over 9,000 companies have joined us in this 1-1-1 model. It's called Pledge 1%. So if you haven't joined us, I encourage you to do that today and build a 1-1 model in your company. Well, how many of you have heard about the UN's Sustainable Development Goals? These came out, and we're leveraging them at Salesforce to guide us in this mission of making the world a better place. There's 17 of them. At Salesforce, we're particularly focused on 6 of them. One of them, for example, on quality education. We've given over $90 million donated to education, so that's profit or that's equity. But we've also given time. In San Francisco, we have something called Circle the Schools. We need to make our public schools better. So what we did is we went and knocked on the door of our local public school. In San Francisco, it's called Visitation Valley Middle School. And we go there and volunteer. I take my entire technology team and we go and we help them open up the school to get ready for all the students to come to class. We help them paint the playground, clean up. We help them teach kids to code. And at the end of the school year, we help them close up. I don't know how they would do it without us. So if you have a public school in your neighborhood, which I'm sure you do, I encourage you to go knock on the door and say, hey, how can I help you? What can I do? It's so important. Another sustainable goal is about economic development. Salesforce has joined Pledge to America's workers to create 1 million jobs. We want to create more jobs in the world. It's a little bit selfish because we want people to help us build our ecosystem, but we also are doing it because it's the right thing to do, to create more jobs in the world. And so as we're doing all of this, Salesforce believes that you can do both. You can do well and you can do good at the same time. They actually are reinforcing each other. And that's why we've been recognized as a leader in innovation, a leader in philanthropy, and a leader in culture. And even here in New York City, it's incredible. We are recognized as one of the best places to work because we'd like to think globally, but we like to also act locally. And to tell you more about what we're doing, actually, one second. We're also about building, it's not just about Salesforce. See, I'm getting all self-centered. I'm thinking just about myself. It's also about the economy. It's also about the economy we are creating. The economy of 4.2 million jobs by 2025. Talk about job creation. That's incredible. That's bigger than the city of Los Angeles. And $1.2 trillion in new business and global economic impact. Bigger than the GDP of many countries. Pretty incredible. So we're creating an incredible ecosystem. But I want to talk about what we're doing, not globally, but here in New York City. I'd like to bring up Ebony Beckwith to tell you what we're doing right here. Ebony, take it away.
Thank you so much, Parker. Just going back to that last slide, 4.2 million new jobs. I don't know, when I see that number and I hear that number, I get really excited, especially considering that over half of those jobs will be created right here in the US. And I'm really proud that Salesforce is investing in that future workforce. And we're doing that in several ways. So I'm going to tell you how. First, we are investing in doubling our commitment and growing our impact here in New York City. Now, as many of you know, claps to that. Okay, as many of you know, last year we opened Salesforce Tower, New York. It is a beautiful structure in Bryant Park. Hopefully you all have seen it. But guess what? Now we need to fill that building. So by this time next year, we'll have over 1,200 new employees, new jobs created right here in New York City, and we'll have employees invested in giving back and working in New York. So we're very excited about that. Now, on the top of our floors, we call that our Ohana floor, and that is beautiful real estate with beautiful views. And in most companies, those floors are reserved for executives. Well, at Salesforce, we do something a little bit different, and we open up that Ohana floor to nonprofits and education institutions for free. It is a space for the public. And I'm really excited to let you know that globally, our Ohana floors have raised nearly $10 million for nonprofit organizations. So if you are a nonprofit organization, you are welcome to use that space. If you're on the board of a nonprofit, or if you know someone who works for a nonprofit, send them to us, and we'd be happy to host them. Now, our commitment does not end there. So I'm really, really excited to announce 2 new grants right here in New York City. First, we're announcing a $500,000 grant to the New York City Department of Education. And this grant will further our commitment to public schools, including the Bay Area, Indianapolis, and Chicago. And it's also going to triple our investment in students reached. So do we have anybody here from the DOE today? Yes, all right, the one lone person. Thank you so much for being here. We're excited to partner with you. I feel very far away from you right now, but I see you. All right, and then next, I'm really excited to announce a $250,000 grant to a nonprofit organization called Futures and Options. Now, Futures and Options is a local New York nonprofit organization really focused on workforce development. And what they do is they provide opportunities for high school students to get early career exposure and the access to internships. Now, here to tell us a little bit more about that, I am joined by high school student, our special guest, Aliana Palmer. Please help me welcome up Aliana. All right. Hi there.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for taking a day off and joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Futures and Options and the skills you've learned.
Futures and Options is just they've helped me build a lot of resume building skills and interview skills that I've learned to gain 2 paid internships through them. My first one was at a nonprofit acting school where I learned basic communication skills and phone etiquette skills.
Awesome.
That I was really confident in. I was confident in being able to finally have a job and also balance that with my school responsibilities. I took that confidence and I got a second internship through them at a marketing firm where I did social advertising on social media, and I was really excited about it because it was something that I do as a teenager. I'm always on social media.
Yes.
I was able to take that and use it in my workplace, which I was really happy about and excited for.
Okay, we're going to go slightly off script for a moment.
Okay.
You game?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a high school student. Tell me, just a quick question. What high school do you go to and what year are you in? Tell us.
I'm a junior at A-Tech High School, which is a CTE high school, and that means a career technical educational high school where they give you a foothold in a career of your choice. And I happen to be in the art track in digital art.
And in the green room, you told me that you were really smart, and that's why you were there and chose that school. I thought that was super cute. Okay, back to our question. So last question is just tell us how your internship has influenced your career track.
Having these internships and actually gaining like basic work experience, I've also learned more about myself and knowing what I like to do and what I don't like to do. And so I've been able to take that and narrow my ideas of what I plan to do in my future. And I'm also very interested in the medical field and helping out people.
Yeah.
So I can take my basic work experience and help jumpstart my career right after college. And that's an opportunity that not a lot of people get in their high school careers.
Aliana, thank you so much for joining us. I feel like I want to hug you. You did so great. Thank you. Back to you, Parker.
Wow, Aliana, that was incredible. There's no way at your age I could have done what you just did. I would have been so nervous. I couldn't have said a word. I would have just been like frozen. So thank you for doing that. All right, so now I'd like to shift the conversation and talk a little bit about how Salesforce sees our industry changing and moving forward. And many of you know this, that it is a customer revolution. And it's a customer revolution because customers are empowered like they never have been before. Now, your customers may love your products, they may love your services, but do they trust you? Do they trust you? And is trust your highest value? Are you prioritizing that? Because if you don't, your customers may walk. They may move on to someone else. Are you leveraging the power of intelligence to actually connect with them in an intelligent way, to understand them in a one-to-one way? And are you leveraging the power of not just your employees, but your entire ecosystem? Are you leveraging the full power of your community to engage with your customers? Now, you're probably saying, Parker, I'm trying to do all of that, but it is really, really hard. And I know it's hard. It's really hard because you're dealing with legacy infrastructure. All of these computers, the old systems, old software, you're dealing with fragile integrations. You're saying, I want to bring it all together, but it's fragile, and information's in all of these silos. Data's not accurate. You're being hit with all these new compliance laws, which are really important, but hard to deal with. And finally, you probably have a lot of employees that don't have all the right skills that they need. How do you train them? How do you skill them up? Well, at Salesforce, we have been building a solution for this for 21 years, and we call it the Salesforce Customer 360. We started in 1999 with Salesforce Automation. We added service and marketing. You can see all of the power that we've added and the power of our platform. Things like blockchain and artificial intelligence or newer capabilities added to that platform. And together, we have made the Salesforce Customer 360 the #1 CRM. We're very, very proud of that. But we're continuing to work on earning that #1 spot. We're never done. And you're leveraging this platform, you're leveraging all these capabilities, you're leveraging the #1 CRM to have a better business, to be better in revenue. 25% increase in revenue. Incredible. 30% higher satisfaction of your customers. Your employees are happier too. They're more productive. You're spending less money in IT, and you're going faster in building those apps. It's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm really proud of the technology that we've created, but you know what? I can't do it alone. That's why I'm also so happy that all of these incredible strategic technology partners have joined us. They're helping us in incredible ways. And, you know, I'm sure many of you are customers of one or multiple or maybe all of these strategic partners. That's why it's so important that we're open and working so closely with them. And we're working with them to bring together the Salesforce Customer 360. And that's what we're going to walk through today. But you look at this and you say, Parker, that doesn't look like my company. That looks like what you think it is, but Parker, you don't understand my company, and you're right. But I could probably talk to you and learn a little bit about it. But what our customers do is they take this and they make it their own because it's got a flexible and powerful platform. And I want to tell you a story now about a customer who's done just that. It's a customer called Zillow. How many of you heard of Zillow? Buy real estate. Everybody's heard of Zillow. Well, Zillow's taken the Customer 360 and they've created the Zillow Customer 360. They've created it to drive their sales rep productivity, to deliver personal customer service. All of the power of the Salesforce Customer 360, but the Zillow Customer 360. And to tell you more about that, I'd like to show you a little film.
Today, we expect the buttons on our phones to do everything for us, from renting a place for the weekend to summoning a car to take you to the airport. And yet, real estate really hasn't changed for decades. Home ownership is a big, daunting task that everyone is looking forward to doing, but also kind of scared at the same time.
These are points of transformation in lives, and those are stressful for folks. So our purpose at Zillow is to help you make that experience of actually buying or renting a home more seamless, easier, and more joyful. Think about the kitchen, the sun shining in the windows. Think about the friends that we're going to have and entertain, and that's why we call this a home. Customer expectations have moved faster than I think any of us could have ever imagined.
The first decade at Zillow, we empowered everyone to be smarter when they search, to be smarter when they shop. Today, we are evolving as a company to a place where you're making those decisions with us and you're transacting with us.
As we grow into different businesses, we've been able to very quickly implement and deliver solutions just within months. Everybody wants things done right now. Speed to lead is very important in our business. Salesforce makes it so we can do that.
We've relied on Salesforce throughout scaling the company. They've taught us a great deal about how to build tools that scale, how to do it efficiently, which has become an increasingly important thing for us.
Extending our business from a high margin business into the transaction, into lower margin businesses with much higher risk is not a transformation that many companies take on. The level of operational rigor and the level of technology support that we provide has got to be at an all-time high.
The key for big transformation is really making sure that everyone's on board. It's teamwork, right? Across our technical team as well as our business teams in order to make a product that really shines. Salesforce makes sure that they're providing our customers with the greatest customer experience possible.
High velocity selling is critical to making our sales professionals, our loan officers, our real estate agents work on the right opportunities in the right order at the right time. We're ushering in a whole new era of buying and selling homes.
There's tens of millions of people that want to move in a given year. Helping them get from the dream they have to the reality That's a win for us, and that's growing our business.
All right, well, that's a great customer story. I love that line, speed to lead. And Zillow is leveraging the Customer 360, in particular the Customer 360 Sales, which is the #1 trusted sales solution, to empower them to sell better, to sell faster, to accelerate their sales growth, to leverage the power of Einstein to sell smarter, to leverage AI to be smarter in their sales process, and finally, to make it their own with that flexible and easy platform. And we don't sit still at Salesforce, so each of our clouds or each of our Customer 360 capabilities are always moving forward. And in sales, I'm so excited about the new capability called Einstein Call Coaching. And to tell you more about that, I'd like to bring up Len Zaladanis to give you an incredible demonstration. Len, take it away.
Thanks, Parker. So Einstein Call Coaching helps every rep be the best. And we're going to see that in action with a live demo. We're going to see how Zillow could use call coaching. And we've got Kara and Ashley. How about a wave? These folks are going to do all of our live demos today right back there in the demo booth. Thanks again, guys. So Zillow has a line of business called the Premier Agent. It brings together real estate agents and the home buyers and sellers. And a sales manager for that team can see all of the insights on a dashboard surfaced directly from all the calls their team makes. So think about products that are being discussed in their calls. Imagine as a sales manager if you were launching a new product and you knew if your reps were actually talking about it. And more importantly, you can do custom insights. Custom insights are things that are unique to your business, but they're really critical. And for Zillow, they want to understand what cities or areas are being talked about so they can trend the emerging real estate markets. And you'll always stay ahead of the competition if you're keeping an eye on it with insights. And it looks like Perfect Homes is trending up, 158% increase in mentions. Well, it's probably something we should dig into. So let's open up the call tracker. Now, most of you are already using a third party to record your calls with customers. With their consent, you're doing it for quality assurance. And Einstein can take that recording call data and process it. And what you're visualizing here is a two-way conversation with the rep in purple, and then in green is your customer. And Einstein is pointing you to the key moments that you need to focus on. Let's take a listen to one of the clips.
Well, I'm using Perfect Home now to manage my home listings. I don't really need Zillow.
I can tell you that our customers using Zillow Agent Premier see a 300% increase in leads. And all of our services are integrated into the site.
Great. Well, I thought that was pretty good, right? This rep was able to talk about the value that Zillow brings. They're even able to handle the objections. So this is something that you want to be able to repeat. Now, Einstein uses natural language processing to listen to the calls, and it finds those key moments when a competitor or a product's being mentioned. As a manager, you don't need to listen to the entire call to get that. So we can take this key moment or this gold standard in objection handling and actually add it to a call library. In doing so, that allows you to share with all the reps. You're basically coaching at scale and up-leveling everybody to be their best. Now, this is important, and it matters because research shows that companies that use a dynamic call coaching program see a 28% increase in win rate. So if you want to learn more about how Einstein Call Coaching can help your reps be their best, use this link to visit Trailhead and learn more. Back to you, Parker.
All right, great demonstration, Len. Thank you so much. All right, so that was Customer 360 Sales. Let's move on around the wheel, and let's now talk about Customer 360 Service and how a company called John Hancock is delivering personalized service at scale. You know, Customer 360 Service empowers over 71 million case interactions every single day. And those case interactions are powered by Einstein to make the interactions even smarter. And companies like John Hancock are leveraging the power of the platform to really make it their own. And also, of course, service is getting better each day. And there's a new capability called Service Cloud Voice, adding the power of voice not only to sales, but to service. And to bring that to life, I'd like to bring up Julian Walker. Julian, please give a great demonstration.
When it comes to great customer service, we all know one thing's for sure. Speed is the name of the game. And John Hancock is changing the future of service fast. So let me show you how with this visionary example. This is Service Cloud Voice. And this gives your contact center agents all the information they need to handle a high volume of cases in the shortest amount of time possible. Let's take a look here on the left. We have a complete view of our customer, Jeff. And in a few moments, Jeff will be calling in to inquire about his parents' long-term care policy. And in the center of the screen here, that call will be transcribed in real time. But I want you to pay special attention to what's going to happen on the right side of this screen. This is where Einstein will be learning and listening and getting smarter as this conversation progresses. Let's listen in.
Hi, Jeff. I'm Napor. I see that you have some questions about your parents' long-term care plan. How may I help you?
Hey, Napor. Yeah, my parents are getting older, and soon they'll need some level of nursing help. But I don't know what's included in our plan. I'm so stressed out about it. What are our options?
I understand how difficult this can be. I went through something similar with my parents. Looking at your type of plan, you have coverage for a home health nurse or a retirement home.
Okay, great. Now I just need to figure out which one to choose.
I have a knowledge article here that's helped some of our customers in the past. I'll share it with you right now.
All right, what did we just see here? This is cloud telephony at work powered by Amazon Connect. First, that call was transcribed in real time. Then, Einstein was able to use natural language processing to surface a knowledge article that was most relevant to the context of the conversation. This is a big deal for Newport. She has everything she needs right at her fingertips thanks to Einstein. In fact, agents like Newport are able to resolve cases 31% faster with Einstein. Let's listen back into the call.
So while I have you, I also wanted to learn how to submit claims in the future.
We actually have a self-service portal where you can create, view, and manage your claims online. I'm happy to set you up with an account now. Would you like me to do that?
Oh, that's so convenient. Yes, please.
Great. I'll set that up right now.
All right, as you can see here, Newport is being guided through a flow to set up a self-service account on Jeff's behalf. And a flow is essentially a step-by-step guided business process, which means Newport and, of course, your agents do not need to be experts in every single area of your business. All right, let's hop back into the call.
So I think a home health care nurse might be the best option for my parents.
We actually partner with a home healthcare agency in your parents' area, and I'm happy to offer you a discount if you're interested.
Yes, that makes things so much easier for me. Thank you.
No problem. I've gone ahead and sent you the referral.
Okay, Einstein recommended a new next best action based on the new context of this conversation. This is awesome. Now Newport is able to go on and refer that customer extra fast. And wrapping up this case is made just as easy because Amazon Connect was able to attach that full transcript automatically to the call. And with that, Newport can go back to being available on any channel to continue helping customers smarter and faster. And if you'd like to learn more about Customer 360 for service, check out this trail mix here. Back to you, Parker.
And go big hand for Julian. Great job, Julian. Okay, so we have sales, we have service. But now let's talk about marketing, and we're going to talk about marketing with a company called e.l.f. I just learned what e.l.f. is. e.l.f. Cosmetics. Eyes, lips, face. That's right, e.l.f. Cosmetics. And e.l.f. Cosmetics is leveraging the power of the Customer 360 marketing to deliver personalized experiences at enterprise scale. And all of those experiences are one-to-one empowered by Einstein. Over 4.2 billion interactions on this platform every single day. And of course, it's easy and it's flexible. And there's a new capability in Customer 360 marketing, which you're going to love. You're going to see in this demonstration, called interactive email. It's going to blow you away. And to show you that demonstration, please welcome John Suarez Davis.
All right. Thank you so much, Parker. Good morning, everyone. I love this demo. You know, I have been in marketing my entire career, always trying to get closer to the customer so that we can craft and deliver exceptional brand experiences. And like many of you, I like giving feedback to companies about what I like and what I don't like about their products and services. But there's a problem. And the problem is, usually when companies send us emails asking for our feedback, they require us to click on a link that takes us to a form in another browser, or sometimes an entirely separate application. That literally just happened to me last week. I'll give you a little secret. I didn't do it. That's not an exceptional brand experience. But fortunately, the game is changing. What if you never had to leave the email? Well, listen, I have got a visionary example from e.l.f. Cosmetics. That's that cool part of the demo I was talking about. Right here, as you can see, with e.l.f., they've just sent an email to a customer who has recently purchased a product, right? They want to get closer to the customer. So all the customer has to do is just engage with simple visuals, click on some buttons, do some pull downs to let e.l.f. know what products they're interested in. And e.l.f. knows the customer is always in charge. So they let the customer choose what preferences they want, when they want to receive communication, such as the weekly makeup tutorials. And with the click of a button, they immediately put the customer into an email marketing campaign so that they can get personalized and relevant communications. This is what a great brand experience looks like. An interactive email can be used across industries and across businesses. Let's take another look at another example for a service case. In this email, by simply adding an open text box, the customer can type in a problem, a question, hit submit, bam, immediately a service case is triggered. Or how about a customer that wants to provide product feedback without ever leaving the email? Again, a couple touches of the buttons, 5 stars because it's great e.l.f. products, as Parker said, for your face and your lips, and immediately they know exactly what the customer likes. Now, this is just a couple examples of how companies are using interactive email. And if you would like to learn how to apply it to your business, please visit Trailhead or this URL on the humongous screen right above me. Thank you so much. Parker, back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Okay, we're walking around the platform here. Customer 360 Commerce powers not only Louis Vuitton, but all kinds of customers. 4.2 million orders every single day are processed on that platform. And commerce is also empowered through Einstein, so that those products, if you're on the site for Louis Vuitton, it knows you, Einstein knows you, and it's presenting you the products that you're most interested in. And of course, it's backed by that easy and powerful platform. Easy and getting easier with capabilities like Einstein Designer, which make it just brain dead simple to create an incredible experience. And to show you just how they do that, I'd like to bring up Leah McGowan-Hare. Leah, take it away.
Thank you, Parker. How do you put your customer at the center of your commerce? Well, it starts with Commerce Page Designer. So here, we can simply drag and drop components onto the page to build out our commerce storefront, like the Einstein recommendations. Now, this component leverages Einstein's AI to surface products that are personalized for each customer viewing the page. But we know that when they look at the page, everyone's going to see it the same way. So how do we not only personalize which products are being surfaced, but how they're being displayed as well? Well, that's where we can use artificial intelligence. So by simply clicking on Einstein Designer, it begins to generate designs. So I'm going to walk you through an animation of Einstein's AI at work. So first, Einstein reads the product listing, separating images, features, reviews, and price, and then compares it to thousands of websites. Then it clusters it based on what's being emphasized in that design. It then filters out any of the designs that aren't aligned to your brand guidelines, and also ensures that they're all accessibility compliant. After that, Einstein then stack ranks them. So then you're left with dozens of designs that have been generated by AI for your design team to leverage. So back in Page Builder, you can then see all of those AI designs available on the right-hand side. And all the merchandisers can simply reskin them with a click. So now, in the past, you've tested what? 1 to 2 designs per year. Now, you can test dozens per month. But what does this mean for our customers? Well, let's look at 3 different customers. So first, we have Parker. Parker likes to look at he wants right up front the collection and the season because he follows artistic designers and fashion events. Who knew he was such a fashionista? And then we have Cheryl. Cheryl likes to know the craftsmanship and the story behind the product. So right up front, she sees the detailed features and a text paragraph. And then there's Pat. Pat likes different options for materials and colors because they like variety. So what you've just seen is 3 different views of the same product. It's been personalized and displayed in 3 different ways, allowing for a very powerful shopping experience. So in the pilot that we've conducted, we found that uniformly there were higher conversion rates. But more importantly, they were able to deploy designs 6 times faster. Now that is the power of Einstein, and that, my friends, is the power of personalization at scale. Back to you, Parker.
All right, great job, Leah. All right, that's the power of commerce. But Louis Vuitton is not only using commerce, they're also using our platform and building incredible apps with Customer 360 apps. It's the #1 trusted app dev platform. Building those apps that are backed, because Louis Vuitton, #1 value, of course, you guessed it, is trust. And so they're leveraging that platform because built in is industry-leading trust, security, and availability. And they're building those apps backed by Einstein. And look at this stat, 10 billion predictions per day. So they can build apps, and those apps automatically have the power of AI, the power of Einstein built in. And of course, it's just easy, it's fast, they love it. And Customer 360 apps is also getting better with new capabilities. And there's a new capability I want to explain to you right now. How many of you use sandboxes to do testing? You try to make sure everything's ready before it goes out to production. And how many of you have issues with compliance and privacy because you're copying customer information into those sandboxes and you're worried about that information? Well, there's a new capability called data mask. Data mask will take that information, and once it goes into the sandbox, it'll make it anonymous. It'll clean it up. It's still available for testing. It's still got the right shape, but it no longer has the issues of privacy. It no longer has any issues with compliance. And how many of you have a need to build mobile applications, but you don't have an army of mobile developers? Well, there's a new capability called Mobile Publisher, which allows you to create mobile apps with clicks, not code. And Leah, you're not done, because we want to bring Leah back up to show you a demonstration of the power of this incredible platform. Leah, take it away.
Thank you, Parker. Louis Vuitton uses builders to build out all of their experience and put the power of the Customer 360 in the hands of their employees, making them your personal advisor. And we're going to create an app that's going to help them style their customers. So here in Community Page Builder, we can have an extensive library of components, from basic fields components that we've open sourced to package components that are available on the App Exchange, and the ability to create custom components with open standards. Now, due to the brilliance of the Louis Vuitton development team, they created these 2 amazing components, custom components, the look builder and the personalized products, and we can simply drag them onto the page. Now, components are like Lego building blocks working together. And what's important is that component containers has integration and security and is built right into the customer 360 data. Now, once you've built this app, how do we get it into the hands of the Louis Vuitton employees? Well, with Mobile Publisher, we can customize and publish our apps. Now, for the sake of today and saving time, we've pre-configured this listing. So here you'll see that we have the name of the app, Louis Vuitton Icon app, and we can set the country of availability, and we can do custom branding. So you see the Louis Vuitton custom branding. And with one simple click, we have submitted our app, and Salesforce takes care of the rest. Now, we're going to fast forward to our app being approved and is now out on the App Store for all the employees to download securely. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a trip, and we're going to go to the Louis Vuitton store, and we're going to treat ourselves. After all, it is the holidays, and most of us are on the nice list. So here, as soon as we walk in, we're going to see that right here, look, we're in the store. As soon as we walk in, the employees are empowered with the Customer 360 right in their hand. And here's my personal advisor. Hi, Kara.
Welcome back to the store, Leah.
Oh, she knows me too well. So Kara is our demo driver and our personal advisor. You talk about every woman.
Leah, we just got some new merchandise in that I think you're going to love. You want to take a look?
Oh, you know I do. Now, see, Kara is empowered with the Customer 360 right in her hand. She can see all of my personal information, my past purchases, as well as suggest looks for me with that look builder component that we saw back in the builder. So there you can see, here's the scarf that I treated myself to last year, and it goes perfectly with the winter collection. Who knew? Now that is how Louis Vuitton is putting the power of the Customer 360 in the hands of every employee building custom apps. Now, you want to learn more? Please check out Trailhead, and now available on mobile with Trailhead Go. Back to you, Parker.
Awesome demo, Leah. Great job. All right, well, companies like Louis Vuitton are leveraging the power of the platform, sales, service, marketing, commerce, applications, and it's creating a lot of data. And when you have a lot of data, what do you want to do with it? Well, of course, you want to analyze it. And as you know, Salesforce has an incredible analytics offering with Customer 360 Analytics. We've had CRM embedded analytics with Einstein Analytics for years. It's an incredible offering, but we don't stand still. We've expanded it to add the power of campaign analytics with Datorama. And I'm so excited that we have a new member of the Salesforce family with Tableau that has now taken us enterprise-wide. Tableau, in their tagline, which I love, allows you to see and understand data. It's trusted, it's smarter, it's enterprise-wide, and it's really, truly incredible. And to show you exactly what I'm talking about, I'm so excited to bring up Francois Agenstat, Chief Product Officer of Tableau. Francois, take it away.
Well, thank you, Parker, and good morning. Today, in organizations, in order to get insights from data, it requires experts with specialized skills to build custom reports. It's slow and it's complicated. While we believe that data is for everyone, and Tableau helps you unlock the full power of your data so everyone can make better decisions faster. So let's see it in action. In this dashboard, we can see how a retailer can look at all of the key metrics that matter for their business. They have their key metrics at the top. They have key information about profit over time, by stores, and by category. Everything they need to make decisions is right here. But everything in Tableau is interactive. So as we hover over the line graph, we can see details on demand. We can compare our top products for every single day. And because it's interactive, it allows unlimited exploration, which leads to deeper understanding and better insights. But we can also see on the left-hand side how we can look at the relationship between our various regions and which categories drive the most profit for the various regions. We can look at it by category as well. So if we go look at bags, we can see how bags contribute to the profitability of every single region. That relationship is visual and interactive. But we don't have to stop at the summarized view. We can drill into the details. And with a single click, we can drill in and analyze all the performance for our bags category. Every detail is right here and interactive. So if we click on our tote bags, which has a lower sentiment, boom, we get every single transaction right here, right now. But now, what happens if I have a question that can't be answered by this dashboard? Do I have to ask somebody else to build a new dashboard for me? Or do I have to wait for those changes to be put in? No, that is not the Tableau way. Check this out. With a single click, I get a search window that allows me to search my business data, just like we can search Google. And so let's ask for how many orders were there in New York. We type it in, Tableau figures out the right query in the background, and boom, we get our answer. But we don't have to stop there. Let's look at it by month. Just type in month, and we can keep on having our conversation. And now we get a visualization. Let's see it by category. You ask a question, and you get visual answers at the speed of thought. This is the power of Tableau and what it can do for all of your data. Analysis at the speed of thought. Now, whether your data is in Salesforce or SAP, SQL Server or Snowflake, Tableau helps everyone, and I do mean everyone, see and understand data so they can make better decisions faster. To learn more and to try it out with your own data, please go to the website and start a trial today. Thank you. Back to you, Parker.
Thank you, Francois. Great demonstration. All right, well, I would love to keep you here the entire day so that I would have enough time to show you every single capability we have. We haven't even gotten halfway around the wheel here. But there's one more thing I want to talk about. It's a very important capability because as all this data comes into the platform, it's important that it's correct, that it's right. And that's why we launched at our big conference, Dreamforce, just recently, Salesforce Customer 360 Truth. Okay, you're like, whoa, what's that, Parker? I don't understand what that is. Well, let me tell you what it is. Salesforce Customer 360 Truth is a single source of truth for all of your information. It allows you to connect all your customer data. It allows you to authenticate and govern all your users, and it allows you to create personalized experiences. Now, as you're creating those personalized experiences from all that data, it's coming from all these different touch points. It's coming from, as you see, activity management, case management, campaign management. That's the Salesforce platform. But we're not the only technology that you use in your enterprise. You also have external systems. You probably have something to track your financials, I hope. SAP, for example. That external data is also valuable for you to understand your customers, and you want to bring it into that single source of truth. And how are you going to do that? Well, many customers are leveraging the power of a product called MuleSoft. It's a capability that gives us the Customer 360 integration. It allows you to unlock and unify your data across your enterprise, layering APIs across everything and unlocking all that data and allowing you to bring it into that single source of truth to create connected experiences. And of course, it's easy, it's fast, it's flexible. And we also want to make sure that we're helping you, that we don't say, here's some technology, go have at it. Go integrate, for example, SAP, bring the orders in to the Customer 360. Well, we're so excited that we also have MuleSoft accelerators. MuleSoft accelerators, think of them as recipes that we're trying to help you and show you out of the box. Here's how you would integrate orders. Here's how you would go and reach in to Workday or reach into Oracle Financials or whatever system you have and bring that information in. And when you bring all that information in, you need to make sense of it. You need a data model of all, not just the Salesforce data model, but of all this information. And that's why we partnered with leading industry players to create what's called the Cloud Information Model. It's a data model, a canonical data model of all the possible information that you could have. And what's important about this is it's open. It's not closed. It's not the Salesforce data model. It's not the Salesforce information model. It's the cloud information model. And through these partnerships, and we encourage more partners to join us, we'll continue to develop this model so that as you're leveraging capabilities like MuleSoft, you don't have to create the data model. It's already there for you. And to show you the power of Salesforce Customer 360 Truth and the power of integration, the power of MuleSoft, I'd like to welcome Heather Conklin to give you an incredible demonstration. Heather, take it away.
Thank you, Parker. So I have the pleasure of talking to customers all the time about the Customer 360 Truth Profile. And whenever I do, I always hear two things. First, you need this. Getting to a single source of truth about your customers is critical. But second is, it's really hard to bring together all of this data. And that's why I'm so excited to be here today to show you the Customer 360 Truth Profile and just how much easier it's all about to get. But before we do that, let's take a look at a world without a single source of truth. So here's my email, and I just received this one from Louis Vuitton, recommending this beautiful bracelet. And the email's personalized to me. It did come from Marketing Cloud, and Einstein even had a hand in these recommendations. So far, so good, right? But there's a problem. Einstein's right. I do love this bracelet. In fact, I love it so much that I already bought it for myself, and I'm wearing it right now. And this happens to us all the time. It's so frustrating to get emails for things that you already own. But it happens because there's no single source of truth about us as a customer. But let's go ahead and fix that right now with the Customer 360 Truth Profile. Here you're seeing this simple point-and-click interface where I can bring together all of the data across Louis Vuitton to create their Customer 360. Let's start by adding Service Cloud. We know that at the center of a great experience is great customer service. Next, we're going to add Marketing Cloud because we want to send those personalized emails. And finally, we're going to add Commerce Cloud because we know we need that order history data to make better product recommendations. Now, Louis Vuitton is a global brand, and they have instances of Salesforce all around the world. And I can bring all of them together right here. But it's going to take me some time. And it's not going to be super fun for you to watch. So we're going to do a little magic right now, and voila. All of the instances of Louis Vuitton are now connected. But what about the data that's not in Salesforce? With the power of MuleSoft, we can bring together data from any system or device at Louis Vuitton into the single source of truth as well. So let's go ahead and do that now. Here you can see that one of my developers has exposed an API for me into SAP where I have all of my inventory management data. And with the click of the Connect button, I can bring in all of that data as well. And now if you look up at the top right, you can see that I have taken almost 180,000 customer records and distilled those down into 88,000 unique and loyal Louis Vuitton customers. Now let's check out what my experience looks like with the single source of truth in place. So here I have a familiar email from Louis Vuitton, except this time they're recommending these great shoes. And they're recommending those to me based on my order history, which I can see right here in the email as well. And just below that, with the click of a button, I can start to chat with an advisor and personalize and order these shoes. And here you're going to see this amazing customer service experience. But do you know what you won't see? You won't see them ask for my order number. And you're not going to see them have to transfer me to somebody else who can help me. And that's because this service agent is empowered with the single source of truth. Because we've brought together my data from commerce, marketing, and service, I can get the kind of experience that I've come to expect from a great brand like Louis Vuitton. And that is the power of the Customer 360. If you want to learn more, please check out our trail mix. Back to you, Parker.
All right, great job, Heather. Great demonstration. All right, you've seen in every one of these demonstrations the power of AI. And for Salesforce, we gave AI a name. We call it Einstein. And Einstein's your guide, whether it's in sales to help you forecast your sales, leveraging the power of machine learning, or in service to predict your service needs, or in commerce, for example, to recommend products to your customers. Well, Einstein is also moving forward. It's also getting smarter. And we've given Einstein the power of voice. That's why I'm so excited about the power of Einstein Voice Skills. You can talk. How many of you have a smart speaker? Have an Alexa or Google Home, and you're talking to her, you're saying, hey, Alexa, what's the weather today in New York City, for example? But What if you could actually talk to it and talk to it about your business? Well, Einstein is now inside those smart speakers. Einstein is capable of answering your questions of say, hey, what's my daily briefing? Tell me what's happening today. What do I need to focus on? You can actually, it's because it's a platform, build your own interface, your voice interface to those speakers so that you can talk to those speakers and have it answer the questions to you. And you can deploy it on any device. It doesn't matter. There's hundreds of thousands of devices in the world. All those devices are compatible. And of course, because trust is Salesforce's #1 value, all that voice information is secure and stored in our secure and trusted platform. Now, Mark Benioff talked to me and said, Parker, I love this. I love the fact that Einstein is in all of these speakers, but I always like to say I want Einstein at the table in my sales meeting, when I'm talking about customer service. I want Einstein to have a seat at the table. And so we did this crazy thing. We said, all right, we're going to bring Einstein to life. And so we created, and now you can't buy this incredible little smart speaker. Isn't it cute? So this is the Einstein smart speaker with the crazy hair and the little cute tie. And Einstein is now brought to life. And so, you can imagine bringing Einstein into your sales meeting, and your, sales leader's here, and you take Einstein, put him right next to the sales leader, and the sales leader goes, whoa, what's that? And he's like, that's Einstein, and I'm going to ask you what your forecast is, and then I'm going to ask Einstein. And Einstein's going to tell you what he thinks your forecast is going to be. Your sales leader might not like it, but it's another voice at the table. It's another bit of intelligence to help you make intelligent decisions. But now I want to give you a demonstration of what I'm talking about. And I'd like to bring up Zainab. Zainab, are you here?
Parker, I'm right here.
All right, Zainab's there in the back. Zainab, do you need me to bring you this Einstein speaker, or do you have one there?
We have one right here.
All right, and you're going to show us a demonstration?
I will.
All right, take it away.
Thank you, Parker. I'm actually here with my team. Hi, guys. And we have a special guest. Einstein's here with us, too. Now, Einstein Voice is transforming how teams are working together. And it's not just for sales or for Parker, it's for everyone. And we work very hard to make Einstein Voice customizable so that you can tailor it to your business needs. So let's go ahead and build a voice skill together now to see how it works. So we're going to do this in the voice setup. So this is what you see here right now on screen. And you can see there's actually a few voice assistants already set up. There's Einstein Voice Assistant for sales, service, marketing, finance, the list goes on. Let's modify the sales leadership voice assistant. And we're going to do that in the brand new Einstein Voice Skill Builder. And we're going to do it all with just clicks. So what you see here on the left, those are the building blocks, or the skills that you can teach Einstein. And so you can teach Einstein to create records, to update records, as well as do reads. And you teach Einstein using drag and drop. So let's go ahead and do that for reads. The first thing we're going to do is enter a skill name. Literally, what do you want to say to trigger the skill? For example, am I going to hit my number? Then we specify what to use. And this can be any of the Einstein technologies. Analytics, prediction, the list goes on. We're going to select Einstein forecasting here. Then we specify what we want Einstein to respond. And you can see we can easily pull in variables such as username or anything from the dashboard or report we just selected. And then the final step, we select the channel we want to deploy the skill to. And this can be any smartphone or smart speaker. Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, or our very cute Einstein speaker. So let's go ahead and try this out. Are we ready?
All right, Z, your voice skill is activated. Let's test it out.
Awesome, thanks, Kara. So let's try the voice skill that we just built. Hey, Einstein, am I going to hit my number?
Hello, Z. The likelihood you'll hit your number is 75%. I can recommend 3 actions to increase this to 90%. Would you like me to create them as follow-up tasks?
Yes, please. Now you see how Einstein not only provided me insights on how my business is currently doing, but also offered next steps to help grow my business. Let's try another example. A service example? Hey, Einstein, how many open cases do we have for Moonrise Telecom?
There's one Tier 1 support case open for the account Moonrise Telecom. It's been open for 18 days. Would you like me to escalate this case to Kristen?
Yes, thank you. OK, let's try one more. A marketing example. Hey, Einstein, what will be Emily's best performing campaign this year?
Based on current projections, I predict that Emily Park's best performing campaign will be the 2019 Winter Prospect Nurture campaign with an estimated 64% conversion rate.
Awesome. So now you've seen how to build custom voice skills tailored to your business, and how Einstein Voice is here to guide your team to work smarter. Back to you, Parker.
All right, great demos, Zeneb. And I love that little Einstein. All right, well, thank you so much for being here today. It was an incredible keynote. The day continues. There's over 200 sessions, as I said earlier, so please go attend a session. Go to the campground and check out the expo. Check out the Customer 360. Build a shoebox for those homeless women. Continue online with trailhead.com. Join a community group. And thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.